Hello and welcome back to Kitchen Impact. Today we're going to continue the Golden Slumber questline, an introduction to indoor archaeology. And we gotta talk to the guy up here. What is it? It isn't anything important. Whose gravestone is this? Who knows? Maybe it belongs to a nameless researcher who once tried their luck like Terzard, but didn't roll high like he did. King Deshret's secrets rarely reveal themselves to mortals. Terzard gave you the stone slate, right? How did you know? Keep it safe. Is it important? You can't be unaware of its value, surely. Oh, its value to whom? To our employer, of course. After all, he is depending on it to write his paper. Anyway, let's head back. We shouldn't keep Jet and the others waiting too long. So Jaryuma, I heard from Nachtigo that you beat up Storm Terror and were made an honorary knight for that achievement. Pardon me, but while you are quite skilled, are you really that powerful? Of course, Jaryuma the hero in Mondstadt. Tell them about your adventures in Mondstadt. That's amazing! Well, books have been my only companion since I can remember, and I've never had the chance to travel far. Actually, this is my first time traveling so far from home. Right, Terzard's an indoor archaeology researcher, eh? Wow, that sounds so lame. I don't want to admit it, but my life has been bland if compared to all of yours. Just like this desert, it's practically impossible for those who lack strengths to find a single unoccupied oasis. If you're so unhappy, then why don't you do something else? How about being a traveling merchant like Nachtigo? Or do something you're good at, like me and my father. That's not bad at all, isn't it? It's not that easy. I come from a family of academics, so I've been receiving training like this since I was a child. Like how a farmer's son learns to farm, or a blacksmith's son learns to strike iron. While I'm not doing great, it can't compare to the talented and established researchers of my family. But as things stand, I'm afraid I can't just do something else. Guess I drank a little too much earlier. Why am I even telling you all of this? Well, just laugh if you want to. I think you're being too stubborn. There's always a choice in life. I mean, just look at Bonifaz and I. We weren't born as traveling merchants, and no one in our families has ever been to Sumeru. But we're still here with the northern wind at our backs. We don't regret our choices at all. Seeing the boundless road unfold before our eyes fills us with a sense of freedom. Yeah, I too. Think that you're taking things a little too seriously, Terzard. Right, like the relative you mentioned earlier, didn't she give up her family's rules, traditions, and everything else to live the life she wanted to? Maybe she's somewhere in this very desert, just like us, bathing under the milky white rays of moonlight and braving the dry night breeze while looking back at the great day she just had. If only I had an iota of her courage. I never knew making decisions would be this difficult because I've never given them any thought. I think I've lived the life I wanted for as long as I can remember. That's really... Making choices is never easy. Is that so? Choosing one means giving up on the rest. Wait. Is this like saying that there are 10 tasty dishes in front of Paimon, and that choosing one will make the other 9 vanish? Oh no, if only there were 10 Paimons to choose one each. It's like the branches on a tree. While they come from the same roots, their endless division makes it so that some may not touch each other for decades or even centuries. Only when the entire tree withers and its trunks decay will those separated branches finally meet in the soil. Speaking of which, why did you choose to leave the desert, Father? You rarely mention your past, so I see all this very differently from Terzad. I don't have family traditions, and I don't even remember my mother's face. I only have you, and you only have me. There is no large tree and no branches that tie us together. You might have left the desert long ago. This might be my first time seeing it for myself, but I have this feeling that we are like grains of sand here in the desert. No family, no objective, but what we are is pretty free. Jet. The desert holds only the past. It has no future. What lies beneath the sand and wind can be described as truth, then I can only say that it perhaps isn't something that will bring joy to everyone. I gave up the past of seclusion not because it's a mistaken past, but because I found a better past yet. I hope you'll be able to take that bright path. Don't really understand you. If the path of sand isn't what you desire, why accept Terzad's commission? Don't tell me it's because you want to take a look at your past. Think you just can't forget the desert and the hot winds that sweep it. Strange thing is that I have no memories of the desert, but coming here makes me feel like I've returned home all the same. I love the sand, just like I love Paimon and Bin Bin. This is a place with hope too. I'm sure of it. Is it finding Bin Bin proof of that? It'll be a new day tomorrow. The ruins ahead are still waiting to be explored. Keep your chin up, Terzad. No matter what others say, I think you're a brave person. You've taken that first step and left the comforts of your home. Now just do as you've already done, and take the second step, then the third. I'm sure you'll get to that place where no one has been, and find that special research material of yours. Huh? Even you can occasionally say some nice things, eh, Jet? Haha, I'm just speaking my mind after all. I'm as free as the sand. But even the freest sand should rest at an oasis. It's getting late, so let's get some rest. I'll be on lookout tonight. I'll sleep well with you on lookout, Father. You hear Jaryuma softly, casually singing a peaceful tune as you fall asleep. Maybe it's an old local song. Oh, star high. Oh, stars high above the wasteland. Oh, nightingales weary from the day. It's time to take off the crown of roses. Cleanse yourself with wine made from grapes. Sleep, close your eyes. Yon golden slumber summons thee. Wandering sand, drink not that bitter salt water, for the sorrows of tomorrow have gone away. Camping out in the desert is terrible. Oh, come on. Why are you being so negative again? Well, the two of you are adventurers. Let's talk about you instead, Jet. How can a young girl like you endure sleeping on the sand while dressed like that? I just can't figure it out for the life of me. Turns out you're such a pampered guy. Tell me, will even a bean placed under 10 mattresses disturb your sleep? Of course not. Anyway, why would anyone sleep on 10 mattresses? I don't know. Perhaps it might be a hobby of the wealthy for all you know. But you should have expected that you'd have to camp outside. What else can we do anyway? Go back the way we came? Of course not. The material we gathered yesterday isn't enough to write anything good. Forget submitting it to the academia. Just reading it at the square would get me ridiculed. Oh, looks like you've still got some spirit, eh? Of course. This huge ruin is right before me. It must be the Kimenu Temple. As a researcher, I must go in and have a look, right? And there is this. Bin Bin? Right, Bin Bin. What a strange thing. Beep beep. I mean, such an extraordinary thing. Might even be closely linked to King Desheret's civilization. If that's true, I can't turn a blind eye to it. Going back the way we came would be worse than putting a bean beneath my mattress. You may as well have me sleep atop 100 bin bins. I never sleep again. 100 bin bins? That would really hurt. Anyway, before I collect enough material for my paper, until I figure everything out, I shall not leave. I've paid all of you very well too, so if we do encounter danger, I'm counting on you to earn that pay. Hey, come on, aren't we already companions on this journey? Of course we'll protect you in the face of danger. My father and I are professionals. Yeah, Jaryuma is amazing too. You have nothing to worry about. Who knows what the future holds? Better to be safe than sorry. Father? The merchants can rest in the oasis while we're away. Gladly. We've discussed our contingency plans, but we must bury some of our supplies before we leave. In the worst case scenario, the merchants may be forced to leave. This way we'll still have some supplies to come back to, even if that happens. Huh? Is that really necessary? No, he's got a good point. Underestimate the sand and you'll pay with your life. Since his father, he definitely has his reasons. Well, it's always a good idea to prepare for every possibility. Do as Jibril says and carefully bury some supplies. This should do right. Let's set out then. Slow down. My hangover isn't... Turzad, you better hurry up or someone else might publish a paper about this before you. Don't say things like that. Jaryuma, you ready? Let's go too. Oh, I should have grabbed that while I was up there. I think I'll grab a waypoint real quick. But I mean, he had a good point. I need to about have to reach it in case they leave. But no would be coming and grabbing it since they wouldn't know it was there. Oh, that hurt. So we're going, and they showed that one, so we're finally going to be able to see what the hell that's about. Actually, we probably got another tempo before that one too. Huh? I thought it would be smooth sailing this time, but we still have to figure out a way to get the door open. Isn't that good news? At least that means no one's ahead of me. Even if they have chosen the same subject, I got here first. The Academia's researchers aren't alone in coveting King Desheret's relics. What do you mean, coveting? It's legitimate research approved by the Academia. Don't you dare compare me to treasure hoarders. Let's just find a way through the door. Oh, Jaryuma, do you remember how Bin somehow made the stone slate light up? Let's have a look at it. We might even discover a clue. Huh? What's Turzad's stone slate doing with Jaryuma? Well... Jaryuma here is an expert adventurer with much more experience of ruin mechanism than Turzad. Giving him this important item will help us make the best use of it. Yeah, that's it. That was my intention exactly. That how it is? Fine, you do have a point. So Jaryuma, have you figured anything out? Nothing so far. Well, Jaryuma does know nothing about research. It's never too late to learn. Even someone as knowledgeable as me can't figure anything out. I suppose I really must continue improving myself. If I spend 10 years working hard at the Academia, 10 years of hard work won't do anything for a layman. Just forget it. Huh? But you'll never know if you don't give it a try. Wait, Bin Bin's acting a little strange. Beep beep. Maybe Bin Bin can open the door? Beep beep. Whoa, it's actually opening. Didn't expect Bin Bin to be able to do that. Beep beep. Hey, I think Bin Bin's saying that it's capable of more than that. Beep. Paimon gets the feeling that Bin Bin is much more useful than Stone Slate. Or maybe we should ask this instead. Will this Stone Slate really be of any use? Of course it will, it has to. I might lose my mind if it's of less use than Bin Bin. Be patient. It's too early to make any judgment yet. Well, you're right, Jebro. A short-sighted researcher is bound to amount to nothing. Patience is a virtue. But neither Paimon nor Jaryuma are researchers. We will need patience nonetheless. I'm terrible at pursuing and waiting for things. But isn't life made up of exactly that? That's enough. It doesn't matter who did it. All that matters is the door's open, right? Now that the door's open, you're eager to go inside, aren't you, Bin Bin? Beep, beep. It sure don't sound like beeping to me. Alright, Terzad, archaeological team, let's go. Beep, beep. Let's advance with caution. Oh, I know. We should be fine if we stay close to Jaryuma, right? Come on, Jaryuma, let's get moving. Okay, I see 4 things that's gonna jump me, that's for sure. This does thing. I don't have enough clearance. So how do I get more clearance? Oops, Bin Bin seems to know this place well, and for some reason, doors seem to hold a special place in his heart. Bin Bin has 3 corners, so are the doors here. So Bin Bin's the type that's drawn to something similar to it, huh? Jaryuma, no wonder they say you're an experienced adventurer. You've observed everything in such detail. Beep, beep. Can I open this one? I can.
There is no escape. Let's play.
Well, this side is lit up. Do we need to get the other side to light up in order to open this door then? Check the other side out.
Shine down. Brace yourselves. Let's play!
Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
Ha! Ha!
Bin's been milling around the door, but nothing's happening this time. Beep, beep, beep. Seems to have been talking to the doors earlier. Stop that nonsense. Doors can't speak. Something like Bin shouldn't be able to speak either, right? That's true. Huh. Guess Paimon unknowingly accepted that Bin can speak as well. But can beeping really be considered speaking? As long as communication is achieved, it doesn't matter if the language used is something we're familiar with. For example, animals have their own languages, and the sand has its own language too. But if we don't understand it, Paimon's curious. Paimon really wants to know what Bin is saying. Just ask Bin if you're curious. Bin, what were you talking to the door about? Beep, beep, boop, beep, 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 beep. Oh, I see. I don't. How the fuck do you see? Whoa, Jet, you understand it? Of course not. Just as I mentioned before, I can sense some of its emotions. But once you can understand Bin's emotions, trying to guess what Bin's saying isn't that difficult. Well, to be honest, Paimon didn't sense or understand anything. Jaryuma, did you? Not at all. Yeah, Paimon has no idea what Jet's talking about. Well, no one has been here in a very long time. Oh, of course. Someone has been here, but they weren't able to open this door. Yeah, even Bin can't open it. Door is protecting something very important, and so much time has passed that it has almost forgotten how it used to open. People used to come here long, long ago, and some would even pass this way many times a day. Me? It's such a huge door after all. People used to walk here, huh? Oh, it must have been a mischievous cat that no one could catch, which is why so many people pass through here. Huh? Wait a moment. Did the door tell Bin all of that? Of course not. They're just guesses I made based on Bin's emotions. You? I almost believed you. If I had unknowingly included it in my paper, wouldn't everyone laugh at me once I published it? How could you make it up to me when that happens? Turns out, that would be your own mistake. As a researcher, you should be able to distinguish the authenticity of the materials you collect. That was close. Paimon almost believed her too. Thank goodness we don't have any paper to write. Beep. We have a long journey ahead. Let's stop wasting time and get moving. Right, this place is huge and filled with doors. If we do this in front of every door, who knows how long it'll take for us to finish. Wouldn't that be perfect? You aren't fond of camping outside, but this place has walls, a ceiling, and even the research materials you want. King Deshret's civilization fell due to tyranny. This place is probably his mausoleum. I'd rather spend 2 weeks in the desert than spend a single night here. Turzad, do you and King Deshret have... Jet? Oh, alright. Notch to go and the others are still waiting for us at the oasis. Let's continue exploring. I'm exhausted. Moreover, besides Bin, we haven't made any other discoveries, and that makes my exhaustion all the worse for it. Huh? This place is huge, and we've seen so much on the way here. Paimon's sure there's a lot to write about, right? Even if Paimon doesn't really know much about these things. Neither of you are a researcher, so of course you don't understand. What we've witnessed this whole time can only be considered as proof for existing research, except Bin. How should I explain this to a non-researcher? Let me put it like this. I want my paper to get approved by the Academia's review. It's like love. Your lover is academic research? The current situation is that I want to love it, but it seems to hold no interest towards me. A paper must stand out to pass the review. Just imagine that you're pursuing your ideal partner. If you're no different from the other candidates, then how will you capture their heart? This analogy sounds like a real stretch, you know? He's got a point, though. The way it turns out things is really strange. In my opinion, a couple just has to consider each other suitable. There's no need to compete with others. We're still talking about academic reviews, aren't we? I shouldn't have made that example. Just forget what I said. I guess this is where our little chat ends. It'll be more efficient if we split up and look for clues. An archaeological expedition with no hope in sight. Who cares about efficiency? That stone slate has lit up once. We'll definitely find a way to make it light up completely. We just have to not give up. How can you guarantee that? Wait, so you really do know something, don't you? What I do know is that there may be hope if we continue forward, but we'll leave empty-handed if we turn back now. Well, that is true. Turns out, stop worrying about this and that. An indoor zoology researcher like you has finally gotten the opportunity to enter some ruins, so just treat it as a chance to view some of your senior's research subjects for yourself. You're right, I should be more professional. But even if we're going to split up, I want Jaryuma to stay close to me. I want to explore freely too, you know. Then we'll explore freely together. Haha, there's no danger here. While you might be a researcher, you're terrible at puzzles. You'd just be a burden to Jaryuma. Exploring ruins has never been my forte, but if I'm given enough time and pen and paper, then such problems will be no problem at all. Alright. Anyway, just shout, "Help me!" if you're in danger or something. One of us will get there in time. Probably. What if none of you do? It's as impossible as breaking open 10 bad eggs in a row for breakfast. I think you need some lessons in mathematics, Jet. I could introduce a teacher to you once we return. Huh? Looks like this pass has come to an end. You know what? Why don't we go back to the previous room? Really? I want to take a look around here. Okay, don't look at anything here. Time drop. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Well, there is a door, but... Try to unlock the rooms located deep within. There are 2. Ah, damn. I didn't see what Paimon said. Wait, what was... Oh, a trap? Interesting.
Stabilize.
Oh, really?
Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered.
Brace yourself.
Stabilize.
Oh, this is a challenge. I'm supposed to get up there. Oh. Do I climb up here? How are you supposed to? Hmm. So if these two are flipped, what do they do? Okay, so that's what's needed to get this. I guess we'll have to light both sides up here. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Wait a second. So, nothing up here. So maybe it was back in this room. Yep. Hmm.
quake!
Wait, what was that trying to do over here? Oh, that's some type of wind current. Okay. Great, as expected of my assistant. No mechanism or puzzle shall ever be your match. No need to exaggerate. Jaryuma is impressive, but you should help out too, turns out. Speaking of which, didn't you complain how being exhausted and not discovering anything so far? How are you this motivated now? Because my researcher's intuition tells me that we're about to make a breakthrough. Researcher's intuition? Is it like an adventurer's instinct? Oh, Paimon gets it. That's the ability to predict that there will be an ambush at the corner or a trap behind a door, right? Then you'd better be careful, Jaryuma. Father, let's prepare for battle as well. What are all of you talking about? The researcher's intuition I mentioned is based on vast knowledge and careful observation. It's akin to a flash of genius. But what you've said does make sense. My consideration is lacking in that aspect. Well, if there's danger, I'll be counting on all of you to do the jobs I hired you for then. Well, definitely feel like we're about to get in a fight then. Is this a mural? Mural? Whoa. Hey, turn out, are you alright? Me? Of course I am. I'm terrific. I've never felt better. As Paimon and Jaryuma aren't from around here, it's understandable that you don't recognize its worth. As for Jebro and Jet, I guess it's a knowledge issue? No, it isn't something you should have knowledge about. Paimon, let me test you for a moment. What can you discern from this mural? There are many people and something like a sun and an eye. I guess Paimon has no talent for this. Why did he even ask if you already knew that, huh? What about you, Jaryuma? What do you see in this mural? Insignificant subjects and a great king? Exactly, that's exactly what this mural symbolizes. The sun and the eye symbolize King Deshret. Beneath him are the 7 pillars, so we call them, that holds up King Deshret's pyramid of authority. As for the subjects, they are insignificant. They dare not express any complaint. They are forced to submit. But even so, they couldn't escape destruction. Is that really the case? Come now, how can I be wrong? The theme of this mural fully conforms to the depictions of King Deshret in everything I've read. A terrifying king who used absolute and supreme authority to keep all his subjects beneath him. But this mural feels so peaceful to me. Everything feels so orderly, and everyone has their own place and duty. Isn't that good? What kind of crooked interpretation is that? Jet, you can make up stories about Bin talking indoors, but deciphering murals and the history of King Deshret's civilization is my area of expertise. But... Now, I won't hear any buts. Everything I have said has been proven by prior research. This mural will become part of Humana too. Of course, I'll be the one to write it. Jet isn't entirely correct, but you know so little about the sand. You've hardly said more than a few words all this time, yet you're standing up for your daughter now? I may not be a match for you in a battle of strengths, but I have Jaryuma by my side. Hold up now, don't be pulling me into this shit. Jaryuma, you'll take my side, won't you? That's not appropriate. We're all traveling together. No, we're all companions on this expedition. Even if our opinions differ, we shouldn't fight over it, right? What? Together? I started this expedition, and I paid for it. All of you are employed by me. Moreover, I'm the only one with formal academic training. A layman has no right to speak on academic issues. One who only draws from others can hardly call himself an independent researcher. Oh, then let's hear your unique insights. This destroyed kingdom was once strong and beautiful. It may be difficult to believe that all of this was built in the desert. And you only see the obedience revealed on the surface, but fail to notice the direction of their hopes. It was their hope which tied the people to the sand, to King Deshret. They thought this would help them overcome the calamity, but we know the outcome of that. Heh, even delusion should have limits. Are you trying to overturn all prior research? I don't think there's sufficient evidence for any of this nonsense. Well, what a coincidence. I, too, do not think that the opinions of a struggling researcher who came here out of desperation holds any weight. You... I never knew you had such a sharp tongue. Bothered? Arguing won't change a thing. Exactly. Paimon can't figure out what you're arguing about, but if it's academic, there's always room for discussion, right? So put your differences aside for now. You can't convince each other anyway. Yeah, so let's continue our investigation. Perhaps we'll discover more clues. Then we can see who is right and who is wrong. Alright? This is infuriating. I shouldn't have discussed academics with a layman. Whoa, what's going on? Whatever it is, it isn't my fault. This path looks like it leads upward. I don't see any traps. I see something. Paimon wonders where it leads, but staying here won't change anything either. So let's continue, shall we?
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
This sure is taking a while. Damn, how long? Wow, these ruins are magnificent. Those aren't ordinary ruins. If the records are correct, they should be King Deshret's mausoleum. It's where the tyrant is buried. Should we go forward then? All questions have been answered, and all answers slumber here. I will do this. even if all I achieve is showing some ignorant mercenaries the error of their ways. Jaryuma, let's head over carefully. I think I might call this one here. We'll enter his mausoleum in the next one. Yeah. If you watched this, thanks for watching. And I hope you all have wonderful lives. Peace.